killing men, women, and children, unarmed civilians. And supposedly the US government is also providing not only the airplanes, the munitions, the weapons, but the logistical and, quote, intelligence support. So let's take a moment to think about what that intelligence support is. Because just last week, there came out a report that looked at every one of the 8,633 airstrikes that had been conducted since March of 2015. And they said that a third of those strikes were civilian targets. So here we have these brilliant minds inside that are giving logistical support to kill people in schools, in clinics, in hospitals, 5 hospitals run by Doctors Without Borders, neighborhoods, weddings, funerals, and every day this bombing is going on. And here we go about our lives, and these people go to work as if they're doing something positive for this nation and for the world. And in the meantime, the killing goes on every single day, supplying weapons to one of the most repressive countries in the world, Saudi Arabia, calling them our friends, making the military-industrial complex wealthier and wealthier. If you go ride around in the suburbs in Virginia, you'll see mansion after mansion after mansion. And I can guarantee that most of those mansions are people who do contracting for the Pentagon. And people who work for the Pentagon, the high-up people, they go to work for these military, quote, industries afterwards and rake in lots and lots of money. And so this area is considered one of the wealthiest areas in the country. And that's because of the military-industrial complex that sold $110 billion worth of weapons to the Saudis just under the Obama administration, under the nice Democrat that opened up the beautiful African-American Museum this weekend. And meanwhile, killing people of color thousands of miles away who are doing nothing to harm us. And in the meantime, actually strengthening Al-Qaeda in Yemen, bringing in a new group, ISIS, into Yemen that didn't exist before. So here we are, bombing innocent people, getting involved in a civil war that we have no business being involved in, and then opening up the space for other terrorist groups to come in. So let's just take a moment to recognize what we are doing to the people of Yemen right now, to recognize all the death and the destruction and the hatred we are sowing.
Oops, they just caught me.
In many of these cultures,
I was filming them
there
through
is
the
an
gate and they caught me.
honor to taking revenge for the lives that were taken of your family. I've been to Yemen. I've met people whose families were killed by the US government. They say this will go on for generations now, the hatred towards the United States. We create enemies. We go out and seek enemies. We need enemies to keep this war machine going, to keep these jobs going, to keep these happy people getting off the metro and the buses and parking their cars and smiling and going into work and getting paid pretty well, and as far as I know, have better pensions and salaries than most of the working people in this country. We can't let it keep happening. Our lives are getting worse. Our city's being destroyed. The black community in this country rising up to say, what the hell is going on? The disinvestment in our schools, the lack of jobs for our young people. And then the police come in to kill us like we're subhuman. They're rising up in the cities. We're joining hands to rise up in the cities. And we've got to rise up here as well, because it's all so connected. The guns on our streets, the militarized police, and the endless, voracious nature of this war machine we're standing in front of. So I bow down to everyone here today to thank you for being here, to thank you for being the conscience and the soul of this nation for many, many years. And as we listen to the debates tonight, I doubt we're going to hear what we need to hear. I doubt we're going to hear either Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump say that our nation has been at war way too long. That after 15 years, not counting the decades and decades and decades of war and the war that our nation was founded on, that the people are tired of war. And that if we really want a healthcare system that's good for our people, if we really want to give young people the education they deserve and not make them indentured servants when they leave college, the only way we can do it is if we break up this war machine. Time to break up this war machine. Thank you.